Watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
The role of parents in education is the focus of a new book from Topeka Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Tiffany Anderson. It's called Building Parent Capacity in High Poverty Schools. Dr. Anderson is here today to share with us a bit about it. So high poverty schools, why focus there, and what have you learned?
You know, here's the thing, what works with high poverty students or neighborhoods or communities works everywhere. So when you look at strategies that works for the most vulnerable or marginalized populations, those are strategies that can be embraced and work in any setting. So it says high poverty, but it's really building parent capacity and getting parents engaged in any community. Sometimes it's more challenging in high poverty environments.
That's what I was going to say. You would think that parents would show up, parents would be interested in their children's education, but what have you learned about other factors that are out there that might be barriers to parents worrying about their kids' school day when they have X, Y, or Z to also worry about?
Absolutely. You know, it was so wonderful coming in right after the new city manager talking about barriers and removing those. So, you know, in a high poverty setting, it could be that a parent doesn't work 9 to 5, therefore what parent conference looks like and how parents come and volunteer may look different. For example, in the book, one of the strategies we talk about are just having wraparound services like washer and dryers in schools where parents can wash one load of laundry for free in exchange for an hour of volunteerism. We have all kinds of other services and grants and resources that are just listed for people to use, whether you're high poverty or not. The biggest thing is schools can't do it alone. We have some amazing educators and principals, but we need parents, and they are a child's first teacher.
And we do have some video. You've had some book signings for this. What has the response been like to being able to see these lessons in writing?
Oh my goodness. So when the publisher reached out about 1.5 years ago and said, we want information on parents, and they've been following the work in Topeka, and then CBS, not that long ago, came really right when the book launched. And it's been amazing. So it's sold out at 5 places. The next book event will be at Barnes & Noble right here in Topeka on the 27th, on Saturday in July. The proceeds, they're donating part of that to the Topeka Public Schools Foundation. I'm donating all of the royalties this first year to the Topeka Public Schools Foundation as well, and to a couple of local churches that are helping families. It's one way to recycle dollars. But lessons learned include everything from what principals are doing and teachers are doing in classrooms to what research says works. A lot of this is stuff that can be replicated anywhere.
Is the book geared toward more the educators and the school administrators?
Look, this particular book works for policymakers, principals, teachers, educators, parents. I mention everything from DCAC, which is something we have in Topeka, it's a parent advisory, to other kinds of local policymaker strategies that have occurred. At the end of this week on Thursday, I'll be at the Kansas Poverty Conference, and at that summit, those are people that are really policymakers that deal with high poverty communities that'll be looking at how do they use this material.
So this is great to open the eyes, because sometimes we don't know what we don't know.
Yes.
And if you can see something that opens the eyes to the struggles and the barriers that people might face out there, that certainly is helpful. Yes. But what is your message to parents? What do you want parents to do in terms of communicating with the administrators? Because again, if you don't know what you don't know.
Yes. Well, you know, schools are the center of the community. And because we're the center of the community, if we can leverage how we work together and partner together and really build capacity, meaning that we're empowered to make sure that we are all a child's first teacher, we can do so much more. Here's the thing about Topeka that makes us special. The book starts off with a history lesson about Brown v. Board. Who brought that case to fruition were parents. Parents were empowered to want more for their children and to do more. We as parents today can continue to do that. So the real message is that parents are empowered to truly be a child's first teacher and to partner with teachers to ensure that every child succeeds at high levels.
So if you get that note that says the teacher conference is from 5 to 7 Wednesday, maybe talk to the teacher and say, look, I can't make it, but I do want to be involved.
Absolutely.
So let me do something else.
Yes, parent engagement, everything from allies to advocates are all listed in here. Mayor De La Isla's story is listed from when she was a single mom. Ross Elementary is listed, and parents across this community are highlighted in some special ways, in addition to a lot of strategies that anybody can use.
A lot of great lessons there, folks. If you want to meet Dr. Anderson and see the book, go to her book signing event, support the Topeka Public Schools Foundation. That book signing is 1 to 3 p.m. July 27th at Barnes & Noble, 17th and Wanamaker in Topeka. You can also get the book at corwin.com. Thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate it. We are trying to shake